I.S.U.P.K.
For those of you that don't know, we are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are the only camp in the truth, and we are the true priests and prophets of the Most High here on the planet Earth to bring back His word, His message, His news to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, okay? We're going into today. We're covering today, first and foremost, Canadian so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians in Canada. What you need to know is that you are in the middle of a war. You are being called to a war, man. They're killing your kids, killing your sons in the womb, murdering your daughters on a highway of tears in Canada. They kill your soldiers daily, man. We're going to go into today. We're going to talk about today is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in Canada, the Most High, what do you know as God is calling you right now today, wherever you're watching this, to a war. We're going to go into what kind of war that is. Okay, because when you hear war, you think of one thing and one thing only. You think of guns, you think of killing, right? You think of physical war, shedding blood. We're going to go into that. That's not what this war is about, man. That's not what this war is about. But that's the war the so-called white man has waged on you. The war that we are going to wage is a war, spiritual war, a war against our behavior, man. A war against how we are, a war against how we act. We're going to prove that today. Let me get 1 Maccabees 3 and 17. 1 Maccabees 3 and 17. The white man has waged war on the so-called First Nations people of Canada, man. The so-called Native Americans in Canada. The white man has waged war on the so-called black man in Nova Scotia. So-called black man in Nova Scotia. You're getting kicked out of your own town, man. They won't even let you into Africsville. Trying to get you out of a damn Halifax, man. Won't recognize that you were there in Nova Scotia. In many of the towns in Nova Scotia. You so-called black Canadians, man. Read.
That's right. 1 Maccabees 3 and 17.
Go ahead.
Who, when they saw the host coming to meet them, said unto Judas, how shall we be able, being so few?
This was Judas, man, a so-called black man who was leading the army of Israel at the time. And the army of Israel at the time was coming up against a formidable enemy. A formidable enemy was against the army of Israel, and the so-called white man is a formidable enemy against so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. That cop with that damn cop's belt.
Right.
Everything on that damn cop's belt to kill you. You can't even pay your damn bills. Right. You so-called First Nations, man. You so-called First Nations in Canada don't even have doorways. Right. Don't even have potable water. Don't have flushing toilets. Here comes the white man to kill you. Read.
To fight against so great a multitude.
How are we being so few as so-called Native Indians in Canada? How are we being so few as so-called Negroes in Nova Scotia going to come up against such a formidable enemy as a so-called white man? Read.
And so strong, seeing we are ready to faint with fasting.
We're ready to faint with fasting. So-called First Nations, man. The amount of lead, the amount of poison that's in your water, you're about to faint from that, man. The foods that you eat, you're ready to faint from that nonsense food that the government gives you, man. Keep going.
All this day, 18, unto whom Judas answered.
Unto whom?
Judas answered.
Judas answered. This is a man of war. Let's see what he had to say about all that. You're weak, you're poor, you can't pay your bills, and there's a man over you that controls the planet Earth. You so-called Canadians, you're in an empire. You're in the largest empire on the planet Earth. The Queen of England owns the most the largest empire by landmass on the planet Earth. And she owns all of Canada, man.
That's right.
All of it. And you're in the midst of that great, large empire. Let's see what a man of war said thousands of years ago to a people that were up against a formidable enemy, okay, like the so-called white man.
That's right.
Keep going.
It is no hard matter for many to be shut up.
What?
To be shut up.
It is, Judas, a man of war, said what? It is no hard matter for many to be shut up. Man.
That's right.
And the Most High freed the children of Israel, freed us from Egypt, which is a superpower in its day. He can free us from the so-called white man today. Right. But the thing he didn't understand, man, is being freed requires you to go to war. That's right. No nation gets free by hugs and kisses and loving all nations. Right. A nation gets free with war. Guess what? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, our war is not the war that the Arabs are waging. Our war is not the war that the Africans wage. The so-called East Indians wage by blowing themselves up. By going and shooting and killing 5 white people. Like that does a damn thing. They go amongst their lives as if nothing happened. Our war is changing our behavior, man. Stop selling drugs. Stop being a whore and a homosexual. Stop eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. That is the war you're being called to right now.
That's right.
Drop that. Let me get Deuteronomy 21. Deuteronomy the 20th chapter, the 1st verse. Our job is to tell you, we're watching you. Our job is to warn you of what's coming. And our job today is to warn you what you're getting yourself into. You're getting yourself into a war when you come behind these lines with these brothers, with us here, with these brothers here. In the I.S.U.P.K. Right. You're studying behind, you're into front lines in enemy territory. You are going to war, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. And if that's not what you want, don't join. Don't join and don't show up. This is an organization that is set to wage war. What war is that? That is the war against drugs, against using drugs. A lot. The war against being a whore. The war against being a homosexual, which is the only fight blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are must fight in this day and age. That's right. Keep going.
Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 1. When thou goest out to battle against thy enemies, and seeth horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid.
When you go out to war, man, this is what we were told thousands of years ago by our forefathers, man. The book of Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, the 1st verse. When we go out to war, we see armies with all these chariots, the cops with their cop cars and the cops badge, and their shotguns and their dogs. What are we not supposed to be? Be not afraid.
Not afraid.
Be not afraid. This first thing you can understand is we take no damn cowards in this school, man. This is the home of the truth. We accept no damn cowards. You walk into here, you are walking into a war, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man.
That's right.
In this context, it was physical. But the war that the Most High requires you to wage, which is what we are waging, is a spiritual war. The war against your flesh. The war against wanting to be a whore. The war against wanting to be a pimp. The war against wanting to be a prostitute, man. The war against wanting to be a damn drug addict. The war against the thought and the desire to love the so-called white man, man. The war against loving other nations, which is who? Those that are not black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. That's the war you have to wage. You can't be afraid of that. No damn cowards. Read.
Of them, for the Lord thy God is with thee.
The what?
The Lord thy God is with thee.
Most High is with you, man. Though you're poor, though you're suffering in Canada, though you're suffering in Halifax, suffering in Ajax, suffering in Toronto, and in Vancouver, and on the Native Indian reservations. Most High is with you, man. That's right. You share that common bloodline, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You're the children of Israel. Keep reading.
Trying to walk on. Which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Keep going.
And it shall be and it shall be when ye are come nigh unto the battle, that the priest shall approach and speak unto the people, and shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel.
The priest shall do what?
Say, Hear, O Israel.
The priest shall approach and speak unto the people. The priests are speaking to you now, which should tell you what? That you're in the midst of a war, and a war is developing, man. Before every war in Israel, we, the priests, were supposed to come to the people or the civilians and tell them, here, Israel, war is coming. By you hearing us on street corners, yelling and crying aloud, you should know, through analysis of these scriptures, you should know that war is coming, that you are in the midst of a war. Keep going.
Ye approach this day until battle against your enemies. Let not your heart faint.
Let your heart what?
Faint.
Let not your heart what?
Faint.
Let me get Ecclesiasticus 2 and 12. Hold where you're at. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 2 and 12. Let not your heart be faint, man. We don't accept no damn cowards, man. No cowards, no sissies, no punks are going to enter into the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the Most High. No cowards allowed. You're required to wage war now, and this war you're required to win. Not with guns, not with grenades, not with, blowing your damn self up like an idiot. Blowing 5 people up. It does nothing. We blow 5 people up. We're aiming to defeat an entire nation, man. An entire known world we're aiming to defeat. What do we have to do first? We have to put down the cigarettes.
That's right.
First. We have to stop eating pork first.
That's right.
We have to stop sleeping with whores first.
Right.
We have to stop abusing drugs first. Stop being alcoholics first. That's right. Read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 12. Woe be to fearful hearts.
What?
Woe be to fearful hearts.
I'm not making this up. This isn't tough talk. Woe or destruction unto fearful hearts. Most High told you not to be faint. Why did the Most High tell you not to be faint? Because he's with you, man. The living power is with you. The one that made heaven and earth is with you. And he's calling you to action. Right now, man. Put down that cigarette. Right now, put down that weed. Stop going into that whore, man. Stop loving the white woman, the African woman, the Chinese woman. Love your own women, man. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man.
That's right.
Stop stealing, lying, and cheating. Read.
Most High Christ. And faint hands, and the sinner that goes 2 ways.
The Most High says destruction unto faint hearts. Just scared all the time. Scared of every damn thing. And faint hands. You're just weak. You're so scared and weak. The Most High said destruction unto that. You can't be a damn coward and serve the Most High. That's right. Go back to Deuteronomy. Stay there. Go back to Deuteronomy 20 and pick up from where you left off. Tell us what verse you're at.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
20, verse 4.
Read.
For the Lord, Deuteronomy 20, verse 4. For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies.
Now, don't be afraid because we say use the word war. Because the Most High is going before us to defeat our enemies, man. He said destruction into a faint heart. You're scared. You're going to be destroyed. Keep reading.
To save you. 5. And the officers shall speak unto the people.
And who?
The officers shall speak unto the people.
Officers of the I.S.U.P.K, the Most High's army, are speaking unto the people right now.
That's right.
Calling them to action.
That's right.
This is what the Most High requires, man. Calling them to put down cigarettes. Calling them to stop celebrating Christmas.
That's right.
Calling them to stop celebrating Thanksgiving and the holidays of the damn heathen, man. Of so-called white people, so-called Arabs, so-called Chinese, so-called Africans. Keep reading.
That's right. Saying, what man is there that has built a new house and has not dedicated it?
Right.
Let him go and return to his house, lest he die in battle, and another man dedicated. 6. And what man is he that has planted a vineyard and has not yet eaten of it? Let him also go and return unto his house, lest he die in the battle, and another man eat of it.
Keep going.
7. And what man is there that has betrothed a wife and has not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Slack. Lest he die in the battle, and another man take her. Slack. Keep going.
Stop there. What is that talking about spiritually? Physically, it's talking about if you have these things, don't go to war. What is this talking about? If you have things more important than this war, if you have things more important than fighting for the life of another so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, if you have things that are more important than serving the Most High, which is doing the work in here, then just go the hell home. Right. Go home. Don't even show up. If you've got things, if your job's more important, I can't because I'm going to lose my. You're going to lose your damn job. They see you with a beard or with hair on your damn head. You're going to lose your job. You know, you lose your job for all this other nonsense. My woman's not going to like it. But I'm just getting these gifts for the kids. I say, I know it's Christmas. I know it's wrong, but this is for the kids. You have things more important than the truth. Don't show up to this war. Just go home. Just stay home. That's fine. You can be righteous from home. You can go be home and keep the laws. Listen, as we say, keep them. Okay? And be righteous. But, you know, there's other people that want more than that.
Yeah, right, sir.
Other people will be, other men will be members or in the 144,000 men. There are civilians, and then there's an army. If you want in this army, you can't be afraid, and there can be nothing that you have in your life that's above this. Okay?
So like fishes, right?
Right, fishes. Hold where you're at. Get 1 Corinthians 7:29. Stay in Deuteronomy. Let me get 1 Corinthians 7:29, man. That last part was heavy where it said, if you have a wife, you didn't go into her, just go home. Go home, make sure you go into her, unless you die and another man lay with her. Right. If you got things more important, your woman's more important than this, the damn kids are more important than this, your family, the damn family and home is more important than this. Go home. Don't show up. Just don't show up. Save us the time. Save yourself the time. But if you're willing to step into war, which is what the Most High is calling you, black men, Hispanic men, Native Indian men, so-called, to come into, then come. Join us. All right? 1 Corinthians 7:29. And especially that woman. The woman has a lot of power, holds a lot of power in a man's life. That's in the scriptures. Okay? But a woman is not stronger than this war. That's right. A woman is not stronger than the truth, man. Right. That's the Apocrypha, man. That's in 1 Esdras. Right. Let's get some more on that. 1 Corinthians 7:29. Here's why we say if you love your woman more than the truth, just don't come. Just go home. Because this is what this war requires. Read. That's right.
1 Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, so the time is short.
Time is short, man. Yahushua, when you know as Jesus is on his way back. He's on his way back quickly. He's soon to show up. That's right. Read.
It remaineth that both they that have wives.
They that have what?
Have wives.
You got a woman at home? You have a wife, meaning what? You have a woman that you're laying down having sex with? That is your damn wife. I don't care what the white man told you, the damn slip, piece of paper and you giving her a damn rock. A damn piece of rock. And she's married?
That's right.
That doesn't mean a damn thing. You can give a pig a damn jewel. Right. A horse can get a diamond. That's right. Your wife is the woman you are having sex with. Right. That is your wife. That person, they that have wives, keep going.
Be as though they had none.
Be as though they had none. Meaning what? Does that mean you don't have a wife? No. Act as if you don't have a wife. That's why in Isaiah it doesn't mention whose Isaiah's wife is. That's why in Obadiah, almost all of the prophets, Matthew, Mark, Luke, it doesn't mention who their wives are. Because they were as though they had none. Meaning what? If they had to pick up and go to a new city to start a new camp or to push the truth, they up and left. They up and went. Why? Because they had to act as if they had no wife. Meaning what? This truth of the work that is required is more important than that woman you have at home. More important than your kids, which came forth from your own seed. More important than your house and your job and life itself. Keep going.
30. And they that weep as though they wept not.
You're sad. I'm so sad. Life is so hard. It's so awful. We understand that, man. We understand your oppressors, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. But after a period of time in here, you have to get over that pity party, man. Right. Life is hard for everybody. But what the Most High needs, Most High requires is warriors, man, is soldiers. It's men to stand in the face of absolute terror. To stand in the face of absolute persecution from family, friends, job, work, whatever, wherever it may come from. To stand in the face of that, cool, calm, and collected, man. Then that weep, keep going.
And they that rejoice as though they rejoice not.
You're doing well in this kingdom. You got you have a so-called high-paying job. You may have lived a very you may have lived a quote-unquote fabulous life, if you will, if that can even be called that. You may not have had the same deal with the same things many of our people have dealt with.
Right.
But be as though you had rejoiced. Go back to Deuteronomy 20. Pick up from verse 7. All right? Deuteronomy 27. We're calling you, once again, the Most High is calling you into a war, into action. That war is not physical. We're going to get into that soon, right? But in this war, you can have nothing above the goal and the mission. Which is to save the flag. It's just to bring blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians to this truth, into this body. But if you're not able to do that, if your job's more important, if your woman at home is more important, if your kids are more important, then just don't show up. All right? Stay home, and you'll be fine, and we'll go on. Okay? Life goes on because we want warriors in here.
Damn
we
right.
want no damn cowards in Canada.
Damn right.
Keep going.
Canada, my kind. Deuteronomy 20:7. And what man is there that has betrothed a wife and has not taken her? Let him go and return unto his house.
Let him go and return it to his house. That's what we were talking about earlier. If your wife's more important to you than this war, go home. Because yes, this is written here. This is a law, but the Most High, but Paul, if you will, required more. Required a little bit more of you. Why? Because now the time is short, man.
That's right.
Now the time is short. We don't have time to be messing around with oh, I got a woman, so no, I can't go. No, I'm not showing up. I'm not coming to class. I got my wife. You know, she's got this, that, and the third, and you know, I could be at class, but no, I just want to make sure this, that, and the third occurs.
Come.
Or she's okay, or she gets her attention.
Right.
You know, what
right.
nonsense, just stupid, dumb excuses you're coming up with.
Right.
Okay. But if that's more important, just save us time and go and stay home.
Damn right.
Keep going.
Lest he die in the battle and another man take her.
Yeah, I can't go to camp because I might die at camp.
Right.
Times I heard that. I might die. Well, then don't come to camp, brother. You
That's
might
it.
die.
Right.
God, you might die, so don't go. Stay home with your wife and your kids. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm not bashing you. Those brothers that aren't scared of dying, those brothers that are no cowards, you black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men, you're no coward. Come to the I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
Most High is calling you to it right now. Read.
That's right. 8. And the officers shall speak further unto the people, and they shall say, what a man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted.
What?
And faint-hearted.
You're fearful and faint-hearted. Keep going.
Let him go.
Let him what?
Let him go.
Let him stay.
Let him go.
Go. If you're scared, go now. Quickly. Leave. This is not for the faint. This is for no damn cowards. I could die.
Right.
We could die. Hell, there's a million ways to die. You ever thought of that? You could die, you know, with your feet up watching football.
That's right.
You could die with your feet up watching the hockey game.
Right.
You could die in your sleep.
Damn right.
You could die every day.
Kind of my kind. Damn right.
Die. Read it again.
Like Friday.
Read.
Kind of my kind.
Read again.
Hey, Salakia, sir. What a man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted.
You're fearful and you're just faint-hearted. Go ahead.
Let him go and return.
Let him go and return. Just go back home. Go back home, brother. This is not for you. Keep going.
Unto his house.
Go back to your house. Go home. You're scared.
Let his brethren heart faint as well as his heart.
Lest his brethren heart's faint is his heart. You can't be in here if you're a coward. Why? Because you're going to mess up what the world calls morale.
Right.
Okay? Team morale, man. It's going to be kept high. It is kept high here in the I.S.U.P.K. Why? Because we're no damn cowards, man.
Right.
If you're a coward, don't show up. Go home.
That's right.
Unless you make your brothers afraid, man. I got everybody damn scared of dying. You could die at home.
Right.
You ever thought of that?
That's right.
Keep going.
Count on my kind. 9. And it shall be with Salakia. And it shall be when the officers have made an end of speaking until the people, that they shall make captains of the armies.
When they're done speaking, they shall make captains of the armies. What is this talking about? There is going to be someone in here that you're going to take orders from. You're not, you know, I know you were the smartest, you know, you were the smartest man, you know, in your high school English class.
Right.
I know you were the, you know, the brightest in your whatever, right? But in here, you're going to take and follow orders from men. It's in the Bible.
That's
right
right.
here. Captains over thousands, meaning 1,000 men would answer to this one captain, who was a man. He wasn't, flesh and no, he wasn't a ghost and Holy Ghost goblin.
Damn
Okay,
right.
that was a man who you said, con out of one conner. Yes, sir, to. Let's keep going.
Come on. To lead the people.
To what?
To lead the people.
Once again, men lead people like always, okay? Yahushua, when you know as Jesus, set up men now today to lead you to him. And that's us. Paul said this, follow me even as I follow Christ, or Mashiach in the Hebrew. And we're saying the same damn thing that he said, man. Follow us because we follow Yahushua. And we are set up to be rulers or captains of thousands over you as we are under Yahushua, the one you know as Jesus, man, in his army. Right. Keep going. 10.
When thou cometh nigh unto a city to fight against it.
That's it. That's it on that. Let me get Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 1, man. This is a war, man. This war is not carnal. This war is not fought with AK-47s and with intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Right.
This war is not fought with machetes and machine guns. Read.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1.
Right.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Now you come to get into this war, which is serving the Most High. Most High is a man of war. It's Exodus 15:3. So when you come to serve him, prepare yourself for temptation. Get ready for war. You're going to be tempted in this. There's going to be ideas, dumb ideas that pop into your head of going back into the world. Let me go back and see if I can do this and sell drugs this way and make more money this way.
Right.
You say, oh, she's not married. She's a prostitute.
Right.
Let me go back into it. When you come to serve the Most High, prepare to be tempted. The Most High is a man of war. It's not going to be. This isn't going to be without resistance. You get the point? This isn't going to be without conflict. Most High is about conflict. He's a man of war. In Exodus 15:3. When you come to serve him, prepare to be tempted. Prepare to be challenged, tested. Read.
2. Set the heart aright.
Set your mind aright. Meaning what? Don't be a damn coward, man. Don't be scared. Your heart aright. Your heart being aright is knowing this. If the truth is above all, more powerful than your damn woman, man.
That's right.
It's the most powerful thing in creation. Right. The truth. Which the most High made, because the Most High is the truth, man. Keep going.
Damn right. And constantly endure. And make not haste.
Constantly endure, man. This is a war. This is a struggle. You have to constantly endure. You have to constantly endure in here, man. There's things, demons you have to fight to get in here. Demons you have to fight to stay in here, and you have to fight demons off yourself that tell you to get high.
Right.
That lust to have sex with white women.
Right.
Lust to have sex with Arab women.
Right.
To go to strip clubs. You have to fight that, man, and endure. Keep going.
In the time of trouble, cleave unto him.
In the time of trouble, cleave unto him. Don't go home. Don't leave the war. He's a man of war. Right. In time of war, stay with it. Because that's where he is.
That's right.
He's in conflict. Battle. He's a man of war. Keep going.
And depart not away.
And what?
Depart not away.
I wouldn't go home. I don't know about you.
Right.
About you can. You're afraid. You can't go home.
Right.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't go home back into the world. What I mean by that.
Right.
I won't go back to the world. He said, don't depart from him. Keep going.
That thou mayest be increased at the last end.
Right. That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. That when they called for 144,000 together, you're standing in that rank, man. 144,000 with power itself. Immortal, man. Bullets have no effect on you. Bombs don't phase you.
Right. You'll
die of an extremely old age. You'll die of natural causes. You'll fall asleep one day and you won't wake up. That's it. You won't get shot and have your guts spill out in the damn concrete.
Damn right.
You won't get stabbed to death.
Right.
Things like that. The things we deal with, we won't have to deal with anymore, man. You'll be increased in your latter end if you endure in this war here in the I.S.U.P.K. Last scripture, we get 2 Corinthians 10:3. We said during this entire presentation, this war is not like the Arabs. Where the Arabs just blow 5 people up, and they're told that they go and get 70 virgins or 90 virgins, or however many it is, in paradise with Allah, whatever that is, that thing. This war is not carnal. This war is not going to be won with AK-47s. This government, or this nation, Israel, is not built with swords and knives and machine guns like the white man's kingdom was built. Like the white man stole France from the native Indians. He stole it with war, with bloodshed. Well, our kingdom is being erected right now. What you're watching right now is the development of the kingdom of heaven. This is what you're watching. Online right now. In class. You're learning about it. You're learning about men who apply it, who are building it. Come and join us if you would like to apply and build it. Come and join us if you would like to be increased in your latter end, like it said in Ecclesiastes 2 and 13. Read 2 Corinthians 10 and 3. 2 Corinthians 10 and 3, we're going to prove this war is not carnal. This war is spiritual, fighting the urge to smoke, fighting the urge to have sex with white women, fighting the urge to be a damn homosexual and a sexual deviant, which is, it's a fight because why? Canada supports damn sexual deviancy, man. That's right. Canada supports homosexuality, which is a form of sexual deviancy. Canada supports sexual perversions, man. You need to fight that. Read 2
Corinthians 10, verse 3. Read. For though we walk in the flesh.
When we walk in the flesh, do I have, we have flesh and bones. I walk using my knees, which are pieces of flesh. Keep going.
We do not war after the flesh.
Right. You don't war after the flesh. You don't war to fight, to stab, to kill, and shoot, maim. Keep going.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Weapons of our warfare are what?
Not carnal.
They're not carnal. It's not, one with an AK-47.
That's right.
It's not one with a machete. It's not one with machine guns, with a physical army. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Read.
But mightier through God.
But what?
But mightier through God.
But mighty through the Most High. Through what? Fighting this fight with Him, as He said to fight it.
That's right. How
did He say to fight it? He said to fight it, man, by enduring, by serving Him. How do you serve Him? By not being a homosexual. Right. By not eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, by not doing drugs, by not being alcoholic, not being a child molester and a sexual deviant, and by coming into the I.S.U.P.K. to listen to His servants. Right. That is how you serve the Most High. That is how you endure. That's the war. Read.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
We're mighty through the Most High, through the pulling down of strongholds. What is a stronghold, man? Homosexuality being the law of the land. Okay, polygyny, which is a man having more than one wife, quote unquote, being ostracized. Pulling. Our job is to pull those strongholds down. Did they just make marijuana legal in certain portions of Canada for recreational use or for medicinal use? Not medicinal use, so like it. Recreational use. That's a stronghold we must pull down. You cannot smoke marijuana and serve the Most High. Our job is to pull down the strongholds. That's our war, to pull down those strongholds, not to go and blow up some nonsense and go shoot a few white people.
That's right.
Our job is to pull down those strongholds. The idea that homosexuality is fine and it's an alternative lifestyle. The idea that that drugs can be abused and that's fine and dandy. The idea that alcohol is meant to be abused, meaning you're meant to be a damn alcoholic. We're fighting those ideas, man. It's okay to be a lesbian. It's okay to have sex with women and just throw them away. It's okay to have a prostitute here and there. We're fighting against that. We're pulling that down by proving those to be lies according to the Bible.
That's right.
With every word of the Most High, we're proving that weapons of our warfare are not carnal, mighty through the pulling down of strongholds. Keep going.
That's right. 5, casting down imaginations.
Casting down imaginations, man. Imagination is what? That the two men can get together and start a family. That's a damn imagination.
Right.
How do you know it's an imagination? Because you can't, no one gets pregnant.
Right.
Right. I must have missed something.
Right.
When two men get together, they don't get pregnant. Now quote me if I'm wrong. When two men get together, they do not get pregnant. That's a damn imagination. The two men can get together and then start a family because they can't.
Right.
A man and a woman get together, a man and a woman lay down, and then a family is started. Right? It's common biology. And we're fighting against anything that's against the truth, the Most High. Fighting it with the scriptures. That is the war you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are commanded to wage. Come wage it with us, I.S.U.P.K. No.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it works.
My whole life was trying trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, boy, this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?